This is the story of Neville Bonner, the man who defied history. Neville Thomas Bonner AO was a groundbreaking figure in Australian history, the first Aboriginal Australian to serve in the Parliament of Australia. Appointed in 1971 to fill a Senate vacancy and later elected in his own right, Bonner's story is one of resilience, cultural pride and political courage. A member of the Yagara people, Bonner rose from profound hardship to become a respected national leader and a lasting symbol of reconciliation and reform. Bonner was born on Ukarabak Island in the Tweed River of northern New South Wales. His mother, Julia Bell, was an Indigenous woman of Ugarapul and Yagara heritage, while his father, Henry Kenneth Bonner, was an English immigrant who left the family before Neville was born. Raised in poverty, Bonner's early years were spent on an Aboriginal reserve, and later on the banks of the Richmond River, often sleeping under lantana bushes with little shelter or security. When Bonner was just 10 years old, his mother passed away. From then on, his maternal grandmother, Ida Sandy, became the central figure in his upbringing. After moving to Beaudesert in Queensland, Bonner attended Beaudesert State Rural School, the only year of formal schooling he would ever complete. Despite the lack of structured education, Bonner developed a deep sense of personal discipline, ethics and cultural identity under the guidance of his grandmother. Following her death in 1935, Bonner began working in a variety of manual labor roles. From ring barking to cane cutting and stock work. In 1946, he settled on Palm Island off the Queensland coast, where he would rise through the ranks to become Assistant Settlement Overseer, a role that gave him experience in administration and community service. By the 1960s, Bonner had moved to Ipswich, Queensland. It was here that he became increasingly involved in the movement for Indigenous rights. He joined the One People of Australia League, a moderate organisation promoting reconciliation and equality. Rising to become Queensland President of OPAL in 1970, Bonner developed his leadership skills and earned a reputation as a pragmatic and sincere advocate for Indigenous Australians. In 1967, he joined the Liberal Party, marking a pivotal turn in his career. His political engagement came to national prominence in 1971 when he was appointed to the Australian Senate to fill a casual vacancy. In doing so, he became the first Indigenous person to sit in the Australian Parliament. 1 year later, Bonner was elected in his own right, a historic breakthrough that reflected a shift in Australia's political and cultural landscape. Bonner served in the Senate from 1971 to 1983, winning re-election in 1972, 1974, 1975 and 1980.